Programs in the industry with payments as low as $99 per month or no payments, no interest for 18 months with approved credit. Factory trained, certified installers made in the USA and discounts for seniors and military. Call 800-304-6841.
Now, a special edition of 19 News, Your Choice 2024.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge.
I'm Sarah Blakely. On this very rainy 2024 general election night, we have our eyes on quite a few races around the UP and, of course, across the state. We have our reporters on the ground tonight to bring you the most up-to-date election night coverage and, of course, getting interviews with candidates and their teams.
And first, our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy is live in Marquette with Jen Hill, who's running to keep her seat as the representative of the 109th State House District. Our John Truitt is live in Gwinn with her Republican challenger Carl Bonack.
And our Washington, D.C. correspondents are live with us tonight as well. Brennan Scanlon is in D.C. with Kamala Harris's campaign, and Rachel Knapp is in West Palm Beach, Florida with Donald Trump's campaign. And our Pennsylvania correspondent, Kara Jeffers, is in Philadelphia tonight and giving us an update on the voter turnout and ballot counting in that crucial swing state.
Election 2024 is well underway with near record turnout in Marquette County. Voters lined up at the YMCA, Marquette's busiest polling location, with some people waiting longer than expected to cast their ballot. Marquette County Clerk Linda Talsma says despite the large voter turnout, things are going smoothly throughout the county.
The numbers are crazy out there. I love to see this. So it's kind of like the Super Bowl on election day, right? But yeah, people are happy, and actually, I can't believe the weather hasn't slowed them down, because it has not. So we've kept up with the lines, but depending on where you live, there could be a little line.
Talsma says as long as you are in line when the polls close, you can still cast your vote. And as with the past few elections, a major concern among voters is election security. Yeah,
that concern seemed to play a part in low early voting turnout in the August primary election. However, our Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons, who joins us in studio, says that wasn't the case this time around. Lily.
Sarah and Kevin, yes, as we've seen over the last few years, Delta County is full of passionate voters. I spoke with the county clerk this morning, who says that was evident over the early voting period, with nearly each day drawing a better turnout than the last.
We had a huge voter turnout, 4,141 people, which is about 4,000 more than we had in August. We had to scramble to get more ballots, blank paper, toner, and applications to vote, but other than that, everything went well.
Although not quite as packed as those 9 days, Election Day turnout was steady throughout the morning. To ensure each vote is secure, clerks inspect the equipment, test the accuracy of the tabulators, and verify signatures.
The state takes a lot of measures. We take a lot of measures here locally to make sure that everything is secure, and we make sure that every vote is counted, whether it be absentee or at the polls. And then we take a lot of steps to make sure that people don't vote more than once.
In May, certification became another concern when a former Board of Canvassers member and an alternate member refused to certify the results of the County Commission recall election. Both members resigned in June, and the county clerk doesn't anticipate any problems when the board meets to certify the general election results next week.
Unless there's issues, of course, with how they feel about certifying, but if that's the case, then it would be all 4 board members that would feel they need to resolve the issue.
As for the voters, several said they're glad to see the election cycle come to an end. And with so many key issues on the line, others emphasized how critical it is for everyone to cast their ballot by the end of the day.
I vote in every election because they're all important, local and federal, but it's an important year overall. It's very important to vote on, obviously, like the big names, but also like down the ballot and all the smaller things too.
I think this was just a really big election, especially for women, and the choices that we are able to make. I have followed this election from the start, and I think it's just really important for us to get out here and use our voices.
Some major races for Delta County voters include the county commission seats in Districts 3 and 4, and we'll be watching those results closely as they come in throughout the evening. Kevin and Sarah?
All right, thanks very much, Lily. Tonight, we're keeping a close eye on the 109th House District race as well, which covers Marquette, Alger, Baraga, and Dickinson counties.
Yeah, our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy is live in Marquette tonight. She'll be checking in with UP Democrats for us. Sophia, how are things looking there tonight so far?
Things are still pretty quiet here, Sarah and Kevin. I am at the Landmark Inn in Marquette, where UP Democrats are going to be gathering later tonight to keep an eye as the results roll in. Like you said, I'm going to be keeping an eye on the 109th House race. This is one of the pretty contested House races here in Michigan. It's been a blue district since the 80s. The current state representative, Jen Hill, is running for re-election, but Republicans are pretty confident that their candidate, Carl Bonak, is strong enough and has gained enough support to flip the seat. This is going to be pretty important statewide because all 110 House district seats are up for re-election. That means that there's just going to be a couple of districts that determine who is in control of the House of Representatives. The 109th district is one of those key places where both sides is keeping an eye on what these results are going to be and what they will mean statewide. If Bonak manages to win tonight, it may only take one other seat for the parties to switch control in the House. I'll be here all night once the party gets started to talk with some of the Democrats here as the election results roll in. But for now, live in Marquette, I'm Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News. Back to you, Sarah and Kevin.
Sophia, thank you. We'll check with you in just a little bit. We also had the chance to check in with Representative Hill this morning as she cast her vote.
I'm feeling really excited about today's election. The early voting and absentee voting was off the charts. So many folks took advantage of that. But here we are today, the very last day to put your voice in for our democracy.
And we'll be checking back in with Sophia and Hill as results start to roll in later tonight.
Of course, Republican challenger Carl Bonak, he voted absentee, but his campaign is holding a watch party as well this evening.
And our John Truitt now joins us live in Gwynn at the UP North Lodge. John, good evening.
Good evening, Kevin. We're here at the Up North Lodge in Gwynn, where Carl Bonak will be holding his campaign headquarters and watch party, eagerly awaiting the results of this very, very highly contested race. At issue is the balance of power in Lansing. And joining him at this party will be Ed McBroom and Greg Markkinen. So most of the big hitters in the GOP will be out here in Gwynn. Things have not really started yet. We're anticipating they will start within the hour. But as it stands right now, it looks like it may be a long evening.
All right, thanks, John. We're following quite a few races and ballot items in Upper Michigan and beyond this evening. Of course, for the U.S. presidency, we have Democrat and current Vice President Kamala Harris and Republican and former President Donald Trump. CBS News will be live at 6:30 Eastern Time with coverage and results from across the nation for the presidential race.
Michigan also has an open seat in the U.S. Senate after Democrat Senator Debbie Stabenow announced she is stepping down and retiring. Current Democrat Congresswoman Alyssa Slotkin and former Republican Congressman Mike Rogers are hoping to take that seat.
In the U.S. House, the 1st Congressional District of Michigan, covering the UP and much of the northern lower Michigan area, we have incumbent Republican Jack Bergman and Democrat challenger Callie Barr.
Michigan Supreme Court has 2 seats being decided by voters tonight, one for outgoing Justice David Viviano and one incumbent seat. We have Andrew Fink, backed by the Republican Party, and Kimberly Ann Thomas, backed by the Democrat Party. They're both running for Viviano's seat. And Kyra Harris Bolden, backed by the Democrat Party, and who was Governor Whitmer's appointment for the partial term that was left open when Justice McCormick retired, and Patrick O'Grady, backed by the Republican Party, both going for that incumbent seat.
We also have our state house races for the UP seat. In the 108th District, Republican incumbent Dave Preston faces Democrat challenger Christiana Reynolds.
In the 109th, of course, we have Democrat incumbent Jen Hill facing Republican challenger Carl Bonak.
And in the 110th District, we have Republican incumbent Greg Markkinen facing Democrat challenger Kim Corcoran.
We're also watching local races as well, including the Delta County Commission District 3 race between Republican Christine Williams and Myra Crosdell, who is running unaffiliated.
And Delta County Commission's District 4 race between Democrat Kelly Vangenhoven and Republican David Moyle. This will be an interesting race to watch because Vangenhoven unseated Moyle during a special election in May, and Moyle had previously announced he was suspending his campaign after the primary, but has said he will take the seat if he wins tonight.
We are also watching the results of the ballot initiative in Gladstone that would amend the city's charter to remove the city's authority to levy and collect special assessments.
We're watching a few school ballot items as well. The Norway Vulcan Area Schools has a $10 million bond proposal on the ballot that would be for remodeling the school building, installing new instructional equipment, and remodeling the running track and bleachers, among other things.
Houghton Portage Township Schools has a $24 million bond proposal on the ballot tonight that would create a new early childhood center and in addition to the elementary school, as well as remodel the school buildings and installing playgrounds, among other things.
And Gwynn voters will again see a bond proposal for Gwynn area community schools. The district is tabling the one campus concept for now in place of this $31 million bond to update the current buildings.
And the Marquette Area Public School Board will be filling 3 seats. We have 8 candidates running for those seats, and you can see those on your screen and on our website, WZMQ19.com. In Marquette, people have been hitting the polls all day for a variety of reasons, and we asked voters what exactly is motivating them to get to the polls today.
Simply, it's just like everyone's rights. Like everyone's rights is what matters to me the most. Whether that might be like a race thing, a gender thing, a sexuality thing.
I don't know if it is important for everybody, but at this stage in my life, I think that I guess I feel like I probably have that responsibility.
I have a lot of stake in a lot of the problems specifically regarding LGBTQ rights. I have a lot of things regarding women's rights, but in general, I'm just voting as a whole to make sure that the things that like disability rights, those kinds of things, remain in place.
I wanted a candidate who is environmentally conscious and aware and is going to make steps to try to undo some of our actions and to try to actually address global warming, because we all know it's happening.
I just think of everything that's happened before us for us to have this ability to vote and how important it means, and you can't complain about something if you didn't vote, you didn't express your opinion. So, you know, and this comes from national things that may be important to you to just local things.
Whatever your reason is, please get out and vote. Polls close at 8 p.m. local time, so that's in about an hour and a half for our Eastern time zones here. Your first warning weather forecast, though, is coming up after this break.
Plus, we're getting some election analysis from the founder of the Lake Superior Community Partnership.
And later, we will hear from our correspondents from around the country, including Kamala Harris's election night headquarters and the crucial state of Pennsylvania. We're back after this.
Hello to you, I'm Gail King.
I'm Tony DeCopel. And I'm Nate Burleson.
This is us. We're all here to wake up your mornings to help make sense of the latest overnight developments.
What you can expect from your day before you head out the door. You'll also hear directly from the biggest newsmakers in America.
And you'll see the best group of journalists in the business with exclusive reporting and breaking overnight news.
That's a lot. Watch CBS Mornings right here on your new CBS affiliate in the Upper Peninsula. That's WZMQ 19.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget,
An official message from Medicare.
I usually love plot twists, but this year I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You don't want any surprises. You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And make sure your prescriptions are covered. That's important.
And save some money.
Paperbacks and saving bucks? I like that.
Review your coverage and compare your health options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
FlexSteel reclining furniture's on sale now at Shunk. You know, FlexSteel furniture's always been special to me. When my parents started in business 68 years ago, FlexSteel was one of our main lines, and it still is today. FlexSteel is #1 in style, quality, and comfort. At your fingertips, you can recline, adjust your lower lumbar, and your adjustable headrest. In this comfort of this premium leather, you could sit here all day. All the latest styles and features are here on sale now. Shop Shunks of Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
Futurecast showing the rainfall from the evening gradually moving out, and by Wednesday morning we're expecting things to get a little bit nicer, a little more sunshine. Still a little bit on the chilly side here overall, but we should have several days here with some fairly decent weather and no rain or any kind of snowfall expected into the end of the week. As for total rainfall amounts through, most of this is for the balance of tonight, maybe about a ½ inch here from Marquette, generally closer to 1/3 to 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch in a few spots, so the rain fairly steady at times. And as for the winds, generally cool. The north, as you can see, as we head on through the balance of tonight, pretty good wind gusts at times, particularly as usual along the shores of Lake Superior, and they'll stay on the light side as we head on through Tuesday. So voting over the next several hours here, we're looking at decent chances of some rain showers, so have the umbrella handy as you're heading on out the door before the polls close. Otherwise, temperatures will stay in the 40s for tonight. And then as we head on into tomorrow, a little rebound in temperatures, partly sunny skies, and temperatures will be near 50. The rest of the 7-day looks like we'll have some sunny weather as we head on toward Thursday, and we'll keep it dry and cool as we head toward Friday into the upcoming weekend.
Thank you very much, Tom. Our 19 News Insights is on the way next.
We're talking with the founder and former CEO of the Lake Superior Community Partnership, who will be providing some election analysis for us tonight.
Yeah, our first conversation with her is right after this.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
Chips or cracks, we got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Introducing Brian's Auto Glass, now in Nagani. Your trusted experts in auto glass repair and replacement. When it comes to your vehicle's glass, trust the experts at Brian's Auto Glass. Our highly trained technicians handle everything from window replacements to fixing those annoying chips. At Brian's Auto Glass, we're committed to quality and precision, ensuring your safety on the road. Visit us today at our new location at 6 Industrial Drive in Nagani, or call us at 906-233-4527.
Hi, Chef Daniel Greenhead with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
On the next edition of Comics Unleashed, with your host, Byron Allen. As 5 of the most hilarious comics take it to the edge every night, and nothing is off limits.
That's what I learned in any relationship. Communication is the most important thing. Yeah. The more you can avoid it, the better you'll do. Just avoid it altogether.
Comics Unleashed.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back. Throughout this evening, WZMQ will be providing more than just election results. This cycle, we really wanted to do a little bit more than that. So we will be bringing you some analysis of the results and the implications of the results all throughout this evening. Joining us tonight is the former CEO of the Lake Superior Community Partnership, Amy Klickner. I'm sure many of you are very familiar with Amy.
Well,
thank you for joining us.
I can't tell you how excited I am to be here, Sarah, so I really appreciate reaching out. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Absolutely. We will have a very fun night. Amy will be with us for all night. It'll be a long night. Let's just first start off talking about your experience with the LSCP and what you did when you were the CEO there.
Well, kind of grew up there in my profession in economic development and was there for 25 years and retired about 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
But where I kind of caught the bug on elections and how important they are is because it was so important to economic development. So we had to build a relationship with no matter who was in office. We had to work to advocate for the issues that were important to Marquette County and the Upper Peninsula and our region. And so it was really always exciting to be a part of getting to know the process, getting to know the legislation coming, getting to work with legislators on how they can make it better for our region. So I bring a lot of that to the table. The Marquette County Ambassadors, been a part of that group forever. They're under the partnership umbrella, and they, for decades, have been bringing issues to Lansing about not just Marquette County, but the Upper Peninsula, and fought for a lot of good things to happen.
Yeah. How important is it for you to have a good, close relationship with each person? I mean, over the course of 25 years and even beyond, that's got to be at least 10 different people.
Oh,
absolutely.
Absolutely. And then, you get those that have left their positions for whether they were term limited or, we had, unfortunately, some pass away. But you're like, oh, we have to start all over again and build a relationship. But that's all the fun of it, too, get to know people. And not just on the local level, but the state level, the federal level. We had to know those people. We had to get them here. We had to show them why we need these different things or why there's such a success in the Upper Peninsula that they need to see.
Yeah, it seems to me that even in this district, it's such this race in particular is a very contested seat, but the 109 in particular, because it's got Marquette, it's one of our bigger districts, bigger cities. That's such an important role, and it almost seems like it's hard to get people to run for that seat.
Well, I mean, and you're right about that. I mean, inherently, since I think it's 1955, it's pretty much been held by a Democrat. No matter what, Marquette City tends to, Marquette County tends to be, kind of what flips that one way or the other. We'll see tonight. The polls are really close, but it's just the way the seat has always gone. So I think it's going to be really exciting to see how that happens. But one thing we're seeing is people are energized in voting.
Oh yeah.
And so I just think that if you've had a tough time, getting, if you're tired of ads, you're tired of people calling you and knocking on the door, we're at a point where you've had your voice be heard, and more people, it seems, have gone out, younger people.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to the polls today and I looked around, and there was very much generational voting going on. And to me, that's a huge win, no matter what tonight and tomorrow bring, that civic duty.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree. Of course, Amy, we will be with you all throughout the night. We will be talking about lots of different things throughout the evening. So thanks for chatting with us tonight, Amy.
Glad to be here.
Good. All right, we'll send it on over to Kevin real quick.
All right, thanks very much, Sarah. Coming up next, we check in with our Washington, D.C. correspondents who are both posted up where the presidential candidates will be watching the race unfold tonight. And we head to Philadelphia, where our other special correspondent, Kara Jeffers, gives us a peek at the votes rolling in one of the key battleground states. We're back right after this.
For more than 30 years, our community has come through, building affordable homes, making critical repairs, and building ramps for those who need a little help and a little hope. Habitat for Humanity volunteers produce amazing results treasured forever. You could be our next hero. Volunteers are needed to provide affordable housing in Marquette County. Join in, sign up, it's easy. Go to UpersUnited.com or use the QR code shown here. A public service message of Habitat for Humanity and WZMQ TV 19.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Transform your home with top appliance brands including KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, and Criterion. Save over $1,000 on this Whirlpool kitchen suite after sale price and 11% rebate. Pfister creates thoughtfully designed faucets and fixtures that will fit perfectly with your style, like this Arvada stainless steel kitchen faucet with spot defense finish to help keep it shining like new. $133.49 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
My family's been in business for 70 plus years. We really needed to stress that this is not just a running store. Our running shoes are good for everybody.
It's about the people out in the community who are in the workforce. All those people really benefit from the proper footwear and structure that a running shoe can provide.
They might come in limping, almost like a miracle, walk out of here dancing. It's more than shoes. There's a caring that doesn't exist in a lot of businesses anymore.
Looking for your next level in real estate? Look no further than Next Home Superior Living. Stephanie's not just any realtor. She's energetic, talented, equipped with the latest technology, and decades of experience to serve you better. At Next Home Superior Living, we're not just selling homes, we're guiding clients and customers throughout the entire transaction. That's Stephanie Jones of Next Home. Visit stephaniesells.com and let her work with you for your next home. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose Next Home Superior Living for your extraordinary real estate journey.
Let's head on over to Philadelphia, where our Pennsylvania State Capitol correspondent Kara Jeffers has been watching the polls all day. She has the latest on what's going on in that crucial battleground state. Hey, Kara.
Good evening, I'm Kara Jeffers down here in Philadelphia, kind of the suburbs. We have a giant warehouse behind us, which is where all of the mail-in ballots for Philadelphia City and County are coming here to be counted. I was here this morning when they swore in over 100 election workers to start processing all of these ballots at 7 a.m. They have not stopped that since then. We are continuing to head into the evening. They'll actually be switching out, kind of rotating who is on deck, who's not. Pennsylvania has a new law that once you start counting those mail-in ballots, you cannot stop, which means we can be expecting election results sooner from Pennsylvania's largest city. Pennsylvania being one of the major swing states that everyone is paying attention to tonight. We will definitely be eagerly keeping track of those results that are coming from the mail-in ballots, but also that are coming in from across the state. We are seeing that in 2024 compared to 2020, significantly fewer mail-in ballots, absentee ballots were requested, significantly fewer were brought in. So we will be relying a little more heavily on those in-person voting results that we're going to get today after 8 p.m. In Philadelphia, I'm going to be keeping track of everything going on here tonight as we look forward to learning who won the White House in this general election of 2024. In Philadelphia, I'm Kara Jeffers, WZMQ News.
Thank you, Kara. Polling locations will be closing in just a few hours, and precincts across the country will soon begin sending results. At the top of the ticket, the race for president. All indications and polling point to a very closely contested matchup between former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris.
Yeah, WZMQ's Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon is live in the nation's capital for us tonight, where the vice president will be watching results come in this evening. Hi, Brendan.
Hey there, Sarah and Kevin. Good evening to you. Yeah, we're here live at Howard University. I'm going to step aside really quick. There's multiple sound decks and different musical performances going on as they really get ready for the main event here this evening. They're just starting to let some people in now, as you can see. We're expecting potentially over 1,000 people. We know there's going to be upwards of 1,000 Howard University students here to see the vice president when she arrives, probably a little after 9 o'clock this evening, to really watch the results come in and wrap up this historic election. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Howard University. It's a historically black university. It's the alma mater of Kamala Harris, and we were able to catch up with some students here who really were sort of weighing in about what it means to have an alumna from their HBCU, not only in the race for president, but also returning to their HBCU to mark this historic occasion. Take a listen.
Knowing that you don't have to go to Harvard, you don't have to go to Yale to be the next president of the United States is just something that is extremely empowering. And then also being a black woman and seeing another black woman rise to that level of success is just so amazing and inspiring. And it lets black girls like me know that it's possible if you work hard, do the work, and that we are seen.
It's very inspirational, and I think it gives hopes for the younger generation. This is something that I would love to see in my younger days in the classroom. And I think later in the history books, this is something that the younger generation can look forward to.
Sarah and Kevin, we've really got a front row seat to this historic night. We're going to have much more from here at Howard University throughout the evening on WZMQ 19 News. But for now, reporting live in Washington, D.C. at Howard University, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Sarah and Kevin, I'll send it back to you.
Brendan, thank you very much. We'll be right back after this.
Some places talk about being local, but we actually are local. Our family started Superior Collision 18 years ago, and we're still the ones who own and operate it today. No big company name, no outside investors. We are all Marquette, and we're going to stay that way. We are part of this community, and we are proud of the work we do. You can choose to go to a corporate body shop, or you can stay local and go to Superior Collision, Marquette's local hometown body shop.
Optimize your home with Maytag and Whirlpool appliances from Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Maytag and Whirlpool offer best-in-class warranties on durable, state-of-the-art appliances, perfect for your laundry room or kitchen. Available in stock or online, plus free delivery and 0% financing.
The UP is a great place, but sometimes the weather changes quickly. You'll always be ready with the WZMQ 19 mobile app. Available free right now from the App Store. Your local weather power tool from WZMQ 19.
Hey everyone, that's all the time we have for now, but we'll see you back here at 11:10 Central.